Welcome to Anthony's Outdoors. In this episode, it's just me and the dog, and we're exploring. So I left work early to get up here before dark, and as you can see, I made it. It's about a 5.5 hour drive from home, and I'm staying at a campground that I've never stayed at. I'm also going to be fishing one, maybe two lakes that I've never fished on before for muskies. After the day I've had today, that was well deserved. Now, if you've been watching the channel, in the last winter mishap that I had, I went out camping and I struggled at every turn that was possible. Well, this trip is one of those trips where everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Thank you, Murphy's Law. So to start off, on the way up here, we ran into some really heavy thunderstorms and couldn't see the road to save my life and or to save the boat. So I hit a pothole, and when I hit that pothole, I heard a metallic clinking sound. I thought, oh, just something loose in the bed of my truck, right? Nope, wrong. What it was, I tore a huge hole in the side of my boat. I'm going to flash a picture up of what it looked like before and what it looks like now, just to give you an idea of how big the hole was. So I ended up banging the hole shut like I've done before in previous videos with some RTV marine grade silicone caulk, and voila, right? Boat floats. Tomorrow morning, what is the strategy? So we've had big storms come through last night, and we got a warming trend coming up, which usually isn't good in mid-September in the Northwoods. But here's something we do have going for us. The moon phase and the fishing calendar is lining up perfectly, and tomorrow and Sunday are supposed to be excellent fishing days. So, what does that mean? Well, what that means is, given the water temperatures, we're going to be fishing bucktails shallow and crankbaits off of rock reefs. All right, well, we finally made it out on the body of water. Of course, I launched the boat, and everything's running fine. I stop it to readjust the cowl on the back of the motor, and now she won't start. So now I'm just going from spot to spot with the trolling motor. We'll see how long that lasts today, but just one thing after another on this trip, but that's not going to stop me from fishing for muskies. Fish on. Oh, it's a good one. That's a good fish. Got a real good fish here. Wow, are they strong in this cold water? Yeah. All right. Not a bad ski. Fished real shallow again. Real shallow. All right, 46-inch muskie. Not bad. Big old head on her. Okay, so even though the Lake Masters chip isn't very accurate for this lake, and I'm having all sorts of boat issues, I'm still able to put a muskie in the boat. When things go wrong, keep fishing, because you can still put a muskie in the boat. Nice 46-inch fish. Came off of a wind-blown weed bed that was kind of tucked into the back of a bay. Again, early fall here in the Northwoods, and that fish was a big fish up really shallow. Again, that fish was 4 feet of water. So I know a lot of you guys really like to fish deep in the fall, and that's fine, but you gotta wait for those water temperatures to cool off. If you're in the if your water temperatures are still around that 60-degree mark, you need to be fishing shallow. Got one. Little guy. Real little guy. Look at this. Oh, he's tiny. He's tiny. Real little guy, real pretty, but you know what? When you're fishing a lake, it's always good to see small fish like this, because they turn into those 46-inch inchers that I just caught. So, real healthy, pretty fish. Not even worth measuring here, but we're gonna let her go. Awesome. So again, it's really nice to see a big spread of size classes when you're out musky fishing. If you're out fishing and all you're ever catching are those real big ones, and they're few and far between, there's a problem there. There's probably not enough stocking, or they're not naturally reproducing. And on this lake, I believe it's stocked, and I'm not sure if there's any natural reproduction, but it's great to see. Well, we caught 2 fish out of this lake, a really nice 46-incher and then a mid-20s-inch fish. But right now, we're gonna go back to camp. Hunter's getting antsy and hungry, and I'm thirsty for a beverage, so we gotta go back to camp to go get those. But there is a lake that the camp is on that we'll probably hit in the evening here. Sun sets up here about 7:30 now this time of year, so we'll get back to it in a little bit. Okay, so here's the situation. We've got storm fronts rolling in, and the lake that we camp on is a weed lake, which is good for us because the weed bite seems to be going real strong right now. Water temperatures are still in that 60 to 63 degree range, which is awesome for that shallow weed bite. So the plan, refuel, head out on the lake. Again, this is a lake I've never fished before. It's going to be a first time, so the objective is to go out, find the best looking weed patches adjacent to deep water, but that are shallow, and see if we can't get a few fish to hit. Saw a giant fish. Wow. That had to be a 50. That was a 50 for sure. That fish was a freaking giant. just had a giant follow-up on my bucktail. Gonna go back at it with the crankbait and see what happens. Alright, quick update. Came out and fished a weed point that runs out into deep water and just had an absolute giant follow-up. My green and black double eights. My go-to. Just like my hat. So, we circled around with a crankbait. Couldn't get her to go, so we're gonna leave her alone for a little bit, come back probably in an hour or so just before sunset, and see if she can gobble up those double eights. But that's one thing that you want to keep in mind. If you got a big fish follow up, don't just pound and pound and pound away at her. Let her reset, come back, see if she'll eat. Well, we weren't able to make her go last night, so we came back, we fished her till dark. She never did show back up, so hey, that's the way musky fishing goes. You could have all the factors in the world going your way and the fish still don't want to bite. So we're going to give it one last shot here in the morning before the sun gets too high up in the sky. My plan this time around is we're going to go back with a bulldog, see if she maybe wants some rubber to eat. Let's go get her. I'm calling it. Couldn't get her to go. She never showed back up, so not sure what the deal is with that. We got good weather and good moon phases and all that fun stuff. So, well, that's how musky fishing goes. I got a long drive ahead of me, so I'm going to have to head back to the boat launch, pack up camp, and head on home. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, please hit that like button, comment down below, and consider subscribing, and we hope to see you on our next outdoor adventure. Thanks for watching.